shout out to Source Talk Podcast.
Yes, the news by News. Give me a second. Just trying to get situated. Then I'm gonna run it off for y'all. Boxing news that makes sense. Go in the room, man.
What? I need something. It was just
The podcast.
she's saying that it's not gonna be my turn after. God share. God share.
Get him removed up. Put something on. No, not stupid. No. Yeah, give me 2 more seconds, man. Trying to get them settled in. Do not come out here. Go, so go. Do not come out here. Do not come out here. Daph, you're going outside in a second. Okay, go to bed then. Go to bed now. Go, Daph. Go. Yes. Come on. You going outside? Go. Come on. You're going outside. Go outside. Go. Come on. All right, now don't try to go out later. You had your shot. Yeah, I keep telling you, go outside. Like, what are you going by the door? Come on. Go. No, no, go. Go. Come on. Go. Go. Go, Daffy, go. Make up your mom, Daffy girl. All right, y'all. We're about to get started with this podcast, this little source talk. Um, Hold on, 2 more seconds. 2 more seconds, and I'm gonna run down some plays that's popping off. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to get it started now. It's a system check. Hold on, let me check my system. Make sure everything is up and running. You know, some wild stuff sometimes. Sign in now. Hold up, man. Where's the other remote at, man? See, I could never have all my stuff together, bro. Now, all right, we're gonna get started. I see some plays unfolding, right? I see a couple of channels tapped in talking about it, but majority of the boxing talk right now, they not in tune. They just they a lot of content creators, right? They be all over with it. Real talk. They be everywhere. They be everywhere and anywhere with it. Like they not really tapped in. I'm gonna give y'all some of these plays that are unfolding right before your eyes. A lot of y'all, it is what it is. Listen to whoever you want to listen to. It don't matter to me. As you can see, I'm gonna do my thing regardless. As to the content that I've been having dropping throughout the day. But a major play. Shout out to I seen the boxing voice speaking on a little bit, little WCS. For those of y'all that have been underneath a rock, like I know a lot of y'all sit on the internet all day, every day, and you follow what certain fighters do, but you don't really follow because if you're following, it's easy to piece together what's going on, right? It's easy to piece together what's going on. Now, the WBO convention is going on right now. I seen a lot of you guys posting Terrence Crawford. That's where Terrence Crawford's at, the WBO convention. Um, and it's funny now, right? A major fight is taking place in Australia. Uh, it's Saturday, October 14th. Um, I see the boxing voice, maybe WCS, others talking about this a little bit. That the WBO said that the winner, Terrence Crawford, is going to be somewhat of like a mandatory. They would have to fight Terrence Crawford for the if he chooses to, I guess, something along those lines, right? But are y'all paying attention to the plays that they're setting up that's going on? Because wasn't YouTubers reporting on this? The fact that Showtime is exiting out the business, right? They're no longer going to be covering boxing on a regular basis, right? Um, the Earl Spence rematch is supposed to be in December. Um, November 25th, Boo Boo Andrade and I almost called him Doodoo. Rick Laser's funny. Definitely check out that little short I put out. But yeah, Boo Boo and David Benavidez. The pay per view probably won't do good. It is what it is. You got to be optimistic, man. Um, Demetrius Andrade, great fighter, but fan base wise, how many? And I know he's been with the PBC. This is going to be his second pay per view card, right? Because he fought on the Tank Davis undercard in January, but he's not that known outside of the hardcores, the real hardcore boxing fans, right? David Benavidez, this will be his second pay per view headline, I think, right? Him and Caleb Plant did one. I don't think those numbers were particular, through the roof, where you would say that, he's a major draw, right? So now you add in the fact that it's him and Demetrius Andrade, which is a good fight, but will it sell? Shout out to Rick Glacier. Rick Glacier tweeted this yesterday. I got a chance to do a little something on it today. I seen it today. I didn't catch it yesterday, but I caught it today. I gotta get a little bit more active on Twitter. You know, Forgive me for that. I'm not the biggest Twitter guy. I'm an IG, TikTok, YouTuber now, right? Well, I gotta get more active on Twitter. But um, Rick Glacier tweeted something that I think, even though y'all don't like Rick Glacier, I think what he tweeted definitely holds a little bit of weight. and he did state Eddie Hearns um contest to that. And if you, like I said, I follow Boobans, right? I like him as a fighter. But if you look at his track record with Matchroom, some of the locations they had him fighting in, a hometown fight in Rhode Island, I believe, or Massachusetts, like along those lines, Boston somewhere. Um, he doesn't particularly sell, you know. But for in all fairness, right? I interviewed him before, covered him a couple times. He has personality, but I just, it is like when it pertains to marketing and promoting fighters. I always think with him, what killed him is the fact that um the social media climates, like YouTubers, they always want to go against him because of his beef that he had with the Charlos. So I think he always got a bad rap because they kind of tried to exile him. Because if you remember back in the day, he was with Star Boxing. See, this is the news by Shanewz. We give you education over here, right? But he was with Star Boxing, and he was sent to fight one of the Charlo brothers. Look it up for yourself. I'm not gonna do all of the work for y'all, but um, they were gonna fight, and Boo Boo pulled out of the fight because the money that he was gonna get be paid, right? Similar to Frank Martin, right? A Frank Martin situation. He just felt like he wasn't gonna get paid, and then the Charlo brothers kind of uh to this day, not more no more, but they kind of held a grudge. Remember, because then they had got their situation with getting out of Golden Boy, and the PBC was rocking and rolling when Al Heyman had got the billions of dollars, well, $1 billion. So that's when you couldn't tell those guys over there nothing. But see, look how the tables have turned now, right? But they never wanted to fight him because of that, and they used to always be like, get your situation right, get your paperwork and all this right. And I think by that, right, when it pertains to social media, a lot of people held that against Demetrius Andrade. They didn't weigh the fact that, man, this dude could fight. He's avoided. He's awkward. He's a southpaw. He's a uh, just a style of fight that is just awkward. They never took none of those things into consideration. They never took into consideration that he has victories over guys like Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, all these top guys in the amateurs, right? He was a good fight. He's a good fighter, right? But I just think like, and not for none, if you see him and you talk to him, he's outgoing. He could talk, like he'd talk shit. He's a little what I like to call goofy, but in a good sense, right? But he just never got the push, the marketing. So his fan base, and Rick Glacier was absolutely correct. I covered a lot of his fights. Like he just doesn't like the guy could fight, but he just I don't know, man. I don't know. And look, if I was like the rest of these idiots on the internet, I'd be like, yo, hire me. Hire me. I'll get it popping for you. I'm not even gonna play myself and say that, right? But it's just, some fighters, man, they just it is what it is, man. You gotta know, right? So Rick Glacier tweeted it's gonna doo doo. And I think so. And I think Showtime knows that too. And they're just, counting down, right? Because the jig is up, man. They've been losing money forever, man. All of that, other than the Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, where they actually did significant numbers, all the rest of the pay-per-views they've been doing, not up to par, man. But yet they was pumping the line and pushing that line at, you know, they was the biggest, putting on the biggest shows and the biggest fights and all that. Showtime's like, nah, the jig is up. It's not happening, right? And check the play, man. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford did 700K, 650 to 700K. They don't even want to run that back. Are y'all paying attention to that play? Are y'all paying attention to that play? Evidently not. Like I don't know. You got niggas talk boxing every day. Be shout out to T Dog in the building. Yo T, you at the crib? You want to jump on and let me know, man. If you available, I'll send you the link. Um, but the play is being put in play already, man. Showtime is exiting out. Um, they got Bud Crawford down there at the WBO convention. Now they want him to be the next in line for the winner of Brian Mendoza, Tim Zoo. Are y'all seeing this? See, this is what you guys should be discussing. Later for with these other, like I said, to each his own, do soft boxing every day, B. But a lot of guys don't know what they're talking about, let alone paying attention to what's being put out and the plays that are being set up, right? So we already got the rumors, but it's no longer a rumor. Showtime is done, right? Now you see other whispers that they don't want to put the money up for the rematch. They don't want to invest in the rematch. Then you see what I'm speaking on now. The WBO convention, they're naming Terrence Crawford the um as the as the the not the mandatory, but they want him to fight the winner. Are you at the gym? All right, to get your workout on. They want him to fight the winner of Mendoza and Tim Zoo, right? Notice they want him to, right? Why why not Earl Spence, right? Pay attention to the plays, man. See, I always got to be the one to come on here and just put shit out there, but I won't get my credit. I won't get no credit for this, right? But why not Earl Spence, right? Who what out of the two fighters, who officially said, I'm a 154 pounder? Was it Bud Crawford or Earl Spence? There's two of y'all in here, man. Don't get shy, right? Who said there was a 154 pounder? Bud Crawford or Earl Spence? But who did the WBO say, you know what? We want you to fight the winner. I know y'all gonna say, well, Bud was the WBO champion. Yes, he was, right? But if Earl Spence is the big fish, the biggest, right? Who is already at 154? That's he changed his social media, the Instagram to being 154. Um, he was the unified champion at 147. Why wouldn't they say the powers that be like, yo, we want Earl Spence to be, the guy. We want Earl Spence, right? Nah. The WBO says they want Terrence. Why is that? Why is that? Why do they want Terrence? Terrence is the undisputed 47-pound champion. Terrence never made no facts. There you go, T. I was waiting for somebody to say it. Thank you. But see, T, you are original Source Talk member. So your frequency of boxing, IQ, and paying attention to what is going on is at a different level. Yes. Earl Spence, pretty much. And shout out to Coach Rell and others that know what's really going on as well. Um, T said they know he's washed up. Sad to say, right? But it bees like that sometimes, when you are living a lie for a very long time, not only living a lie, then you're not doing some of the right things that a fighter should do. it will catch up to you. And it doesn't matter what content creators that buy views or buy subs, click up, link up, and come on here and do thumbnails for you day in and day out. It does listen. At the end of the day, when you are a professional prize fighter, you have to perform. I could get on here every single day and speak about Jihad Tucker till I go lightheaded. If Jihad does not get in the ring and perform to expectations, it won't matter what I'm saying. That is what just took place with Earl Spence. Earl Spence, prior to the Terrence Crawford fight, um, was probably the most popular, talked about, talked about fighter on YouTube. He was looked at as indestructible. He was looked at as the guy that could potentially move up to beat Canelo Alvarez. Do you remember all this? T, you're in here, and there's a couple more others in here. If you remember this, just say yes. And while you guys say that, we will take a quick break. Not a commercial break, but a break. We do have some new sauce to put out there. Shout out to everybody. Keep bringing them on. As I get them, I will, put them on the show. And we got the new ones that are rocking and rolling. The Newz by Shanewz. Yes, those are in full effect now. But yes, feel free to let that be known. Yeah, they thought he was the Terminator. Correct, see? Remember, he was the one that was going to beat Canelo. He was indestructible. He was the body snatcher, the eye collector. He was all of these things that were like indestructible. Indestructible. Nobody could withstand Earl Spence. He was just this guy that was, nobody could do nothing with him, right? Remember that, T? Nobody. He was just this fixture of a fighter that he was just, that's why some of them to this day they're coming to glimpses. But this over here is the desk, and we give you
The
this.
News by Shanewz. Shout out to Source Talk Podcast.
The News by Shy News, right? Keep those coming in. Like I said, I'm gonna be using them, you know. You see, one thing about me, I don't discriminate. Like the quality of that one, it could have been a little better. But like me, I don't forget where I come from. It is where it is. Love is love, right? You send it, you get it, right? Um, but yeah, so remember he was the guy that was gonna beat Canelo. Then he got in there with the guy that was smaller and Bud just like mopped the floor with him. So now the play is, which you see going on, they don't want to see him fight Bud again. It's a lot of fans that want to see it, but the people that move the needle, that gonna put the money up, they don't want to see it. You know why? Because it was so one sided. Not only was it one sided, it wasn't competitive. After all of the build up, after the 5 years, because remember this was a 5 year fight in the making, and it didn't even live up to the expectation. Let's be real, man. There's three people in here, man. That fight did not live up to the expectation. I don't care how many thumbnails Fanon does. I don't care how many live streams BFTV does. I don't care how many live stream Blue Blood Sports does. I don't care how many live stream Champ Side does. I don't care how many live stream Boxing Eagles does, right? All of and you notice the names that I said. These were all the names that was guys that really didn't give Terrence a chance. That had Earl and the competition that he fought over there levels above Terrence, right? And now I told you guys, right, to chill with all of that because what you did, right, and you guys, for whatever reason, like I said, y'all don't want to listen to me. Cool, I don't care, right? But what you did was you damaged Earl Spencer's brand by you guys always making it seem that, and he damaged it too, because he got caught up in believing all that shit, right? He got caught up. But you guys were making it seem like, and that's why I say a lot of y'all don't really know shit about boxing, bro. And I'll tell y'all that to y'all face. But you was pushing that line like Terrence was nobody. So then when we watched the nobody not only destroy Earl Spence, but Earl Spence didn't even look like a unified champion, man. Let's keep it real, man. And a lot of things probably played into the reason why he didn't. But I just think like that performance and the build up and the narratives, it fucked the game up, man. That's why the powers that be already didn't want to pay for the fight because they didn't want to give the guy, Terrence, the money that he wanted. I mean, look, Terrence was worth that money and more because the quote unquote, the biggest, the guy who was supposed to be the A side, the star, the stud, went out there and was mediocre. So now, look at the plays, man. They are trying to shift over and get into the Bud Crawford business, man. But a lot of content creators still are holding on to Earl Spence, but hold on for what? Continue to put your content out, but you guys are still trying to do thumbnails for this guy. It's over. It's over. Like his better days, and I want them to hear this and feel some type of way. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But his better days went out the window, and I'm not being funny because I know he got ejected out the car. When I say went out the window, I mean the drinking, the partying, the this everything. It caught up to him, went right out the window. Has nothing to do with the car crash. It has to do with the lifestyle. Boxing is a game of discipline. When you're not disciplined outside the ring, and you're not the most disciplined fighter in the ring, as we just seen, the reaching, the lunging, poor footwork, catches up to you, man. So these people know that, man. They're not, listen, they like fooled us once, won't fool us again. He said it looked like an amateur, bro. It did, man. It was bad, man. It was bad, man. It was bad, man. But we knew that was coming, man. We knew they don't want to see that again, man. But I'm gonna tell you how fucked up the game is, right? This is how fucked up the game is, T. And I know you can catch this sauce and this flavor, right? If the shoe was on the other foot, man, yo, the Earl Spence Canelo Alvarez fight wouldn't have been in play right now. It would have been in play, man. All of this Terrence Crawford's too small, and if Earl Spence would have had beat him and bid the many things the narratives was, like the barbershop conversations, the finance, all these channels was pushing the line for him, bro. If he would have won, or even if the fight would have been close, like if it would have been close, that the Earl Spence Canelo talk would have been right there. But being that the fight was just so, it was like, You still got dudes to this day talking about Bud was on drugs. Earl wasn't this Earl. No, Earl was Earl, man. That was EJ, man. That was EJ. He just wasn't in there with Ugas. He just wasn't in there with Danny Garcia. That was EJ, man. That was the same EJ that is a couple y'all in here. I forgot the dude's name before he was gonna fight Manny Pacquiao that beat him up. Remember that guy that beat him up? That's why I played the Oscar De La Hoya shit, man. When Oscar De La Hoya said he was the drunk, he was drinking, not Earl, but he was talking about himself when he was like, he knew before facing Manny Pacquiao he was gonna get beat up. Come on, man. You don't think Earl Spence knew he was gonna get beat up? He sold the fight very well. But listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you when I fight week, right? And check my my stats, right? Check my receipts, right? I knew he was gonna get beat up. I did a post about it. Fight week let me know, man. Leading up to the fight. But fight week especially let me know, man. When they had when they did their media workout, right? And shout out to Blunts for catching it. And WCS, we all put our content out on it. Yo, when that nigga did the Mr. Magoo, right? When he did the Mr. Magoo, bro, and they was doing the pad routine, and that nigga walked. Listen, I was just doing pad work last night, right? I'm 44 years old. I can still slip a shot or two. You know what I'm saying? When that nigga he didn't blink. Right? We can laugh about it now because it's over with, right? But when I seen that, I was like, oh man, this dude is done, bro. He did not. Listen, he did the Mr. Magoo, bro. I know I'm showing my age, but I just told you how old I'm 44 years old. He did the Mr. Magoo. Remember how Mr. Magoo used to walk in the walls and your hair hang his coat up on different shit and think it was a coat hanger to be a person? Yo, Earl Spence did that, man. Derrick James like threw a shot at him. He walked right, he didn't blink or budge, right? That was the first sign right there, right? Then the next time for me, I'll give you 3 strikes and you're out, right? The second strike for me was covering EJ being around them. They had the undercard media workout, and the fans called him a goldfish or something. And he lost it. He was rattled, right? Right. Me being who I am, I was like, damn, he's not dead, man. I was like, he's done, right? That was strike 2. I said, damn, they got under his skin. Fans just yelling shit out. Like, you got to be more mentally tough than that. But the final nail in the coffin to let me know, and that's what I did my post in my community. And I said, this dude is going to get a humbling ass whooping tomorrow. When they had the ceremonial weigh-in, and Terrence was locked in, he was in kill mode. It was a go, and they stare down, the stuff that they do, and Earl Spence, right? Earl Spence said, he said, thank me for making this happen. He was like, and we're gonna make bank. Like, of course y'all gonna get that bread, but why are you telling him that? Like, are you copping a plea? I was like, it was over. And we seen how that played out. But now we see the plays that's playing out. They are setting Terrence up to make that move, right? For 154, not Earl Spence. And I know y'all saying, well, they still got Jamel, right? I'm gonna cover that. See? No, they don't got Jamel, right? What did the IBF do? What did the IBF do? See, I pay attention to what the moves that are being played. I listen to all you YouTubers just for entertainment value. But I watch the plays. I've been around, the last couple of years now through my positions in the game, and I be around different people, and I talk to different people, and I've been learning. So I watch the different plays, right? For those of y'all that's gonna try to jump out here and say, "Oh, he could fight Mel," look what they doing with Mel, right? They got Mel ready to fight. Well, he got to defend against the dude in the IBF. In the IBF, so Mel's gonna be tied up, man. I know y'all was ready to come on here and be like, "Yo, well, maybe he can get one of the belts off of Mel or the rest." Nah. The play is being put out there, man. And I want y'all to check out my short. I did a short and I used that thumbnail about Frank Martin. Yo, Frank Martin, it's not too late for you. I don't know who's advising you, but when I put that tweet out there today, brother, it was from a place of concern, as a union man, a union rep, a delegate. It was from that place. Because what I see now going on with you, Frank Martin, plays, right? Um, I watched you turn down $1 million. You got on there with the girls and you was cupping. Shout out to WCS. And they was putting the battery in your back like women do, especially when you're pillow talking, what you was doing. They was putting the battery in your back and you was soaking it all up, right? But if those women were really for you, brother, right? And that's why I added them today on Twitter and all that. They would have been like, yo, ain't Showtime about to shut down? The most you got from Showtime was 2.25, right? Or 2.5, 250. I said 2.25. A little more, just a little bit of So yeah, you got 250 from Showtime, right? Showtime is exiting out. The networks, your promoter, Earl Spence, TGB. You guys are going to be looking for a platform. Shakur Stevenson, ESPN, Bob, Adam Top Rank, they was willing to give you $1 million that you was advised and told not to take. Um, Now when they go to Amazon Prime, do you and shout out to the ones that's on point with this. There's going to be a lot of cuts as far as purses. So you was only getting 250. That was your highest. I don't think Amazon Prime's going to give you that now. So who was advising you over there, right? Granted, you didn't want to lose to Shakur. You wanted more money. But when are you going to fight again? When they jump over there to Amazon Prime in a couple of months, we're in October now. The Newz by Shanewz. When are you going to fight again? I see Ryan. Ryan's out there. Ryan is on deck. December 2nd. They're already talking about plays for Ryan and Teofimo Lopez in February. Granted that both of them get passed through their fights in December. Because from what I'm hearing, Teo's coming back December 9th. Yeah, December 9th. Teofimo. Same day as Devin Haney. Well, let's see how that plays out. But hey, what do I know, right? Well, when are you fighting, Frank? You turned down $1 million from a network, ESPN and Top Rank, for whatever reason. Like I said, I'm not part of your team. I just, from my perspective, I'm like, damn, who's advising that brother? Like, didn't they tell him that the well done dried up over there? That Showtime is leaving? When is he gonna fight again? If the network is leaving and the highest you got was 250, you think you're gonna get more than 250 now from Amazon Prime? They're already talking about cuts. Purses ain't gonna be what they was. I know sometimes it's all about protecting your O, but I thought you was like that. You know, even if you took an L to Shakur for $1 million and for a title chance, but I thought you was like that. What are you gonna do over there now? See, I don't know who's around you. Maybe Earl Spencer's gonna pay you, like they always say dudes do. He'll take care of you under the table, right? He just got mad millions. But I don't think EJ's that type of guy. Pause, right? Where are you gonna fight next, Frank? See, you was on the platform cupping and pillow talking with the girls. They should have asked you that. They was sitting there putting the battery in your back like which women do. I know a lot of women that got a lot of niggas fucked up. And they got you fucked up because you thought it was cool, and then not only did you think it was cool, you made yourself sound like a fool because you was on there talking about Shakur walked away from $8 million, and when you did that, I knew you was dumb as fuck. I'm like, damn, who's advising this dude? Who's advising this dude that he really thinks that Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney was a $32 million fight? Hey, bro, I don't even think your big homie got that, man. Did your big homie did they want to put up $32 million for your big homie? For Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford? No. So why would they put that up for Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson? See, yo, Frank, it's not too late for you, Frank. Because last time I checked, a lot of you guys over there, you guys you're signed to an advisor or some shit. Well, yo, ask your big homie what he had to do to get with AC to make that fight happen. Maybe you could do something similar. Because you walked away from $1 million. You fought for 250. You talking about you need more money. How much more money did you need, Frank? You ain't about to fight, Frank. Let's talk about some plays, Frank. You ain't about to fight. I hope you do come out and fight. But when are you gonna fight? Are you on that David Benavidez card? They didn't announce the undercard. You might be on that. So I might have to come on here and do another video. But I tell you what, if you're on that card, I know you're not making $1 million. Let's talk about that. See, my whole thing with you is the $1 million. Because you said you got on there and said $1 million wasn't enough. So I'm real. Like, I'm a union guy. If I go to bat for somebody and they be like, yo, nah, we ain't doing it. I'm like, cool, I'm with you. You got something else lined up? You have another job? Do you have something that this is what they're offering you? XYZ. If you don't want it, I'm with you. Fuck it. We're not going to take it. But what is the backup plan? What else do you have on the table? So where you going to say, and I see, Frank, I'm giving you free gems right now. What did you have on the table to tell them, like, yo, $1 million? I'm going to go over here to Amazon Prime and fight for 1.5. You don't have that, Frank. But you sat on the platform with the girls, a little bit and a little bit where is the little bit of coming from? Because last time I checked, Amazon Prime is not going to pay you $1 million, brother. They might not even pay some of them hitters over there $1 million that got stats, that got, numbers, championships, things like that. But we have to wait to see how it plays out, Frank. But you know one thing about me over here, the Newz by Shanewz. I pay attention to the plays, and you pretty much played yourself.
The Newz by Shanewz. Shout out to Source Talk Podcast.
Yes, the Newz by Shanewz. Send your drops in, we rocking and rolling. But shout out to my man T Dog. I hope y'all, like the Source tonight. I said I wasn't going to talk boxing, but then when I seen a lot of y'all wasn't really talking boxing, niggas talk boxing every day, B. Shout out to WCS Fire interview with my guy Quentin Randall. Go check that out. Man, made up for WCS is up right now. He got both of the fighters from that card. He interviewed Brian Norman Jr. I want to say today is uh Wednesday. I think he did that interview Monday night. Followed it up a night and a half later with Quentin Randall. And this is no shot at Brian Norman Jr. and his father, but Quentin Randall's interview way better. A lot more spicier, hot grease, like WCS would say, or I would say the sauce. I enjoyed that interview. I would recommend you guys check it out. Not that it's about a half hour long, maybe 40 minutes, but good stuff. I like Quentin Randall's energy. He said he's a wolf, an alpha wolf. He's talking his talk, man. Said he's talking his talk, man. Said, and I like that because I interviewed him, and he to me, listen, see, if I was a hater, right, I would say the interview he did with World Combat, but I'm not a hater. Combat's interview is a lot more spicier. He gave me some sauce, but man, I guess I was probably one of the first interviews. That's why he was a little reserved, man. Combat shit, I was like, man, I was in the chat giving it up. I was like, okay, Quinn, talk your sauce, man. He said my man was fooled, boy. That's what I like to hear. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know the betting odds on that fight. Hopefully, but I don't think he is because see, Quentin Randall was. Watch the interview. I don't want to give away everything that was said in the interview, but he put me on to some things tonight. He is the higher ranked fighter with only 13 fights. With only 13 fights. See, sometimes it's not how many fights you have, but it's who you fight. And I was glad he broke that down because see, a lot of boxing fans and get on here and tell you a guy's record. Meanwhile, that nigga done beat up 8 dishwashers, 5 car detailers, 7 cab drivers, and y'all will be like, oh, that nigga's a killer. Killer who? Killer tomato can? Like, come on, man. You got like, listen, when you really study and dissect fighters, you need to know these type of things. And like Quentin Randall was saying, he's getting work. He just got work with Brian Mendoza. Brian Mendoza is fighting who this Saturday for a world title? Tim Tszyu. Good work. Prior to that, he was in camp with who? Earl Spence, 3-time unified champion. Even though he got mocked out, still a champion. This past week, Caleb Plant, and he said he still got more work to do with Caleb Plant. So this guy is getting top tier work. All of that is going to help him. He said they killing civilians. Well, you know how that goes, T, man. It is what it is, man. You know how that goes. You know how that goes, man. Man, I am feeling good, man. Know what I mean? I was in the gym. I was in the gym. I know y'all seen my videos, right? Shout out to Coach Music. Yeah, I work with one of the best trainers in the game, bro. So I was being humble, right? Now I'm just putting it out there like, fuck it, right? Since y'all like talking stats, right? And I'm about to close, so I'm going to talk my shit now, right? I work with one of the best trainers in the game. Numbers don't lie, right? Let's talk numbers, right? Jahad Tucker got signed at 17 years old, bright lights, top rank. Currently 10-1, should be 11-0, but it is what it is, right? But signed at 17, bright lights. Prior to that, he was on the junior Olympic team, fought internationally, multi-time national champion. His younger brother, 3-time defending national champion. So when we talk about amateurs to the pros, the guy that I train with and work with is one of the best in the game. So I did that video today to give him his flowers. Definitely check that out and support that. I only work with the best. So when I come on here and I talk my shit, see, a lot of y'all can't respect it, but y'all know what it is now. Because not only do I talk it, I train with it. I'm around it. And until you guys start showing me your stats, your receipts, I will continue to come on here and talk my shit otherwise. Because last time I checked, YouTube boxing to me is just a bunch of hating ass niggas that claim to be fans of boxing but don't really support it. That's why you get guys like Rick Glacier come out here and say the things that he says. And it's valid because come November 25th, I guarantee you that pay-per-view doesn't sell. How many of you same niggas that's talking about this fight are gonna steal it? This is just the God's honest truth. And that's why Showtime is leaving. Because a lot of you so-called big-time promoters, YouTube promoters, that is, because YouTube is a form of promotion and marketing, but you guys aren't really doing it. You guys aren't doing it. Because last time I checked, Bud was Top Rank Toby. Top Rank is still moving and grooving. I know y'all are praying and praying ESPN leaves them so y'all can be like, see, I told y'all. But listen, Showtime left the biggest, where they were putting on the biggest fights. These are facts. They were putting on the biggest fights over there. And their network left them. So was they really putting on the biggest fights? Let that soak in, man. Yo, T, man, let me know when you are available so you can take over the show one night. Because, like, you see, me, I get tired of talking boxing, but I have to because it's part of my job as the media marketing agent. But as you see today, the content that I'm putting out, like a lot more shorter stuff, but right to the point. Powerful stuff, though, you know, powerful stuff. Real powerful stuff, real meaningful stuff, real play stuff that are plays. Because I only like to mess with dudes that I know a little something, man. To be honest, man. If you don't know nothing, and I test you out, right? I'll see where you at with it, what frequency you on. But if I know your frequency is a little low, you know, if I know you're a little remedial, that's the word to use, right? Remedial. That's slow, right? Remedial, right? If I know if I know your frequency is a little remedial, you're green, I might play around with you a little bit, but then I'll be like, yo, bro, you gotta go get your nutrients. Go get your vitamins. You know what I'm saying? Go get your vitamins. Because you're not like that. I'm like that. You know, I'm like that, man. Like, I can get off of this, and like I said, I work with one of the best coaches in the game, man. I seen that last night. See me getting my steps right, my 1-2s and all that. See, fighting is fighting, right? But it's an art to fighting. Footwork, head movement, distance, range. A person that is trained to fight will whoop a motherfucker's ass that can fight because you could pivot, turn, do certain little slick stuff. I was telling my peoples this today because she was talking funny to me, and I was like, yo, man, to be honest, I said, because she told me I got a little big. I said, I'll drop weight when I want to drop weight. But I said, you see, I can still throw my punches, right? She said, I don't know, Lone, you might be a little. I said, listen, you tell old buddy that, right? I said, I hit him in the solar plex somewhere. That nigga might die. Yeah, he might die. Because it's a difference between being trained and fighting and knowing how to fight, right? When you know how to fight, that's why I come on here, I talk shit about boxing and boxers and all that shit. Because I know a little something, but hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, right? But that's why I talk shit. A lot of y'all that talk shit probably couldn't do 3 rounds on a bag, let alone mitt work, let alone get in the ring. Get in the ring and do a round. You know, y'all be out there fighting, like windmilling and just doing crazy shit, bro. Real talk. But hey, what do I know? Continue to please send in your drops. You know, we got the drops rocking right now. You know, send in the drops. I told you I'm taking it back. I humble myself, and you know I'm throwing up the regulars, right? You know, but I was at a point where I was like, yeah, you know what? I was feeling myself, but I said, yeah, I gotta stay grounded. Like I said, I got a lot of celebrities and top hitters with the drops. But the new drop, like I said, reach out. The Newz by Shanewz. I'll put them out there. I'll put them out there as seen on ESPN.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Twin with Hello. I'm a top ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
The Newz by Shanewz. Shout out to Source Talk Podcast.
Yes, this is the Source Talk with Keyshawn Davis.
The Source Talk, okay.
First off, yes, this is Source Talk, Showtime Shanewz Midi. Say I got the man himself, Mr. Sugar Hill. First off, champ, thank you for your time. This man needs a little introduction.
Sugar Hill on Sauce Talk.
That's right.
Hey, this is Coach Larry Wade, IBL Champions. Hey, I train professional boxers, and you with Sauce Talk Podcast. You don't want to miss anything that he puts on here.
Appreciate you, champ. You know the vibe. Yeah, from the rafters to the floor, man. Yeah, you going up to the floor, man. Yeah, you going up to the rafters or what, man?
No, I'm down here all night, Sean.
Oh, okay.
What about yourself, man?
Yeah, we down here. You see, we down here. I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma, seek and destroy. You know the vibe. Yeehaw!
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.